Good morning, everyone. We are all set for another important fixture here at Srinagar as the Corbett FC are all locked and loaded to lock horns against the Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club. It's an important fixture for both the teams, and they will be looking forward, they will be hoping to log full points, even though it won't really have much of an impact on the points table. Because, truth be told, it has already been figured out the two teams that will be qualifying. Truth be told, one team has qualified, that is Abbas Union Football Club with 9 points. So the battle is for another team. Downtown Heroes, they have one game in hand. Southern Sporting Union have one game in hand. And then whichsoever team wins this will have to win by a convincing margin because of their goal difference. Currently, Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club, they have a goal difference of -4 that has kept them in the fourth position. And Corbett FC, they are at the rock bottom and they have a goal difference of -3. So yes, as truth be told,
Good morning, coach. So last game you played a really good game. You beat Downtown FC. So it might have given a high morale to the players and high morale in the team also. So how do you wait for this match against CVM, sir?
Yeah, good morning. The morale of the players was very high in today match, and in the first two matches we are not good in tactically and technically. We made so many mistakes, and day by day we are trying to rectify that mistakes and playing good football.
So how important this I-League for 3 tournament, group stage tournament is for your team as a development phase? We know the team is young, is still developing. So how important is it, sir?
This I-League 3 is very important for our club. Actually, we have a development team in under 13, 15, 17 in our club. We have a residential academy, so that's very important for us in I-League 3.
So any injuries or changes in the today's squad?
Today there is no injury, and we will continue the same squads, and we are trying to give some new players for giving the chance in this match.
Thank you, sir, and all the very best for the match, sir.
Thank you.
and obviously a massive victory for Corbett FC in the last game, beating Downtown Sports Club. But this is also another important fixture for Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club as well.
Good morning, sir.
Because
So how has your experience been, your team's experience in this I-League 3 round hosted in Srinagar by Downtown FC, sir?
Of course, it was a wonderful experience for boys because have you seen also my team is totally young side. Average age is I think 21 to 22, and how the boys adopted to situations, and they very well they adopted and they learned a lot of things. So I think it would definitely help me in the future and the boys also as well.
In your last game, you're looking out to have 3 points ahead. And what is the plan for that, sir? Corbett played a really good game last time out. So how are you prepared for it?
Yeah, Corbett is a good team, and I think they proved in the third games. They beat Downtown. So let's see. We hope that we also get 3 points and as well the more scores. So we'll plan already for that. Let's see if it will be executed, then it will be good for us.
So for CVM Football Club, what is the future looks like after going from here? What are the next tournaments the team will be participating?
Yeah, of course, CVM is now, we are mainly focusing on youth development. So now we'll go straight away and play again the state league, and we'll come back again next year with the good strength. So I think we can qualify and we'll go to the higher level of the I-League levels.
Thank you so much, sir, and all the best for the future of the team, sir.
right, you heard from the coaches yourself. It goes without saying that for this phase right now, all the teams, they will be hoping to put up a show. They will be hoping to showcase their very best, and then when the bigger leagues come knocking around, they will be all set. Just to give you all a quick heads up, Today is the last day of these group stages here in I League 3. And the last day it was absolutely crazy altogether because these two teams. And that's a look at the starting 11 for Corbett FC. Chanam, Rakevice, Joli Namok, Haukip, Mohammad Sarfraz, Samuel, the captain, Jamnin, Walia, Karan, Shoban under the sticks, and Tumnam. And they are playing under the chaperonage of Mohammad Rizwan. A look at their bench strength. Murshid, Animesh, Karthik, Johnny, Ronan, Jagannath, Kaminlin, Krish, and Swarajvya Dwivedi. And that's a starting 11 for CVM Football Club. Alon, Ayan, Sumit, Moinuddin, the skipper, Rudra, Wasim under the stakes, Yash Shurve, Ratanjeet, Floyd, Denik Patil, Ranjan Singh. On the bench, they have got the likes of Aryan, Hussain, Rajveer, Aditya Singh, Sangam, Baloch, Tirth, Yash, Rahul, and Leshram. And they are playing under the bossman, Gopal Kag. Well, a lot will have to be talked about because there's a significant bit of difference between both these sides in terms of quality, in terms of caliber. In recent times, Corbett FC, well, in the first game, things didn't really go in their favor because they had a couple of men being given the marching orders, and they are back in the mix. And the kind of display that they knitted together in that last game against the Downtown Heroes, that was absolutely crazy. It was a 2-1 victory, and it took them quite a significant bit of doing, to be honest. Yamin Lin Haukip got them that all-important lead in the 21st minute, and then a strike from Shahil Rashid Dar, who is one of the top scorers of the tournament so far, managed to equalize. And then in the 50th minute, Karan Chetri stepped up when it mattered the most and put Corbett FC in that all-important lead, securing the bragging rights. It was a topsy-turvy battle. A lot of yellow cards were shown as well. And at the end of it, all Corbett FC did prove that they are meant for the bigger games. Talking about Charutar Vidyamandal Football Club, they are a team whom you cannot write off even for a single second. Because they are a team who will come at you, who will come at your jugulars with all their might, with all guns blazing, and you got to be prepared. The first match that they played against Southern Sporting Union, they stole a 2-1 victory, and it was an entertaining one as well. Make no mistake, it was Kishan Singh who got Southern Sporting Union in the lead in the very 12th minute itself, and then Moinuddin restoring parity for CVM in the 50th minute, and then eventually in the 94th minute, a late strike from Denik Patil sealed the deal for Charutar Vidyamandal Football Club. With all of that being said, with all of that being noted, this is going to be a very important fixture. And just to give you all a quick heads up, well, goal difference is going to be a secondary factor. It's going to be head-to-head that will be considered in pointing out who are the teams who will qualify for the next round. If the point is in tie, Abbas Union sits comfortably at the top with 9 points from 4 matches. So they have gone through. Downtown Heroes definitely the favourites. 6 points is what they have, and they will be playing Southern Sporting Union later in the day. So if they are able to even secure a draw, then they qualify. However, they will have to ensure that they are not losing the game, because Southern Sporting Union, they have also been a very mercurial team, and these 3 teams, Southern Sporting Union, Charutar Vidyamandal Football Club and Corbett FC, they are a very closely packed bunch of youngsters. They can create an upset at any point in time, and you won't even know when they will strike. So you need to be on your toes at all times. You cannot let the momentum slip even for a solitary second. That's how close these teams are packed. That's how close these youngsters are packed. And in recent times, should be told, particularly from Corbett FC, I think they have grown over the games. The first game, it was a disastrous display. A couple of their players were given the marching orders, and since then they couldn't really conjure the required spirit, the required momentum in order to challenge the supremacy of the opposition. But since then, they put up a pretty decent display against Abbas Union, but they were unfortunate. They conceded in the second half twice, and that proved to be their unraveling. In the third game, however, they came very strong against Downtown Heroes and proved their all important point that they can also do better and they can create upsets. So right now, Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club, if they go on to win this fixture, then they will have the contest and they will obviously leave Corbett FC. I mean, they will eliminate Corbett FC for sure. Their battle is going to be against Downtown Heroes Football Club and Southern Sporting Union in terms of head-to-head. And all eyes are going to be in the afternoon clash of Downtown Heroes and Southern Sporting Union. A draw will be enough for Downtown Heroes to register their spot in the next round. However, a defeat can be very, very costly. Because if Corbett FC wins this game and Downtown Heroes they fall against Southern Sporting, that means Southern Sporting will have a very good opportunity of going forward. And as the two teams walk out to the center, getting ready for a battle of extremes, getting ready for a battle that can only pave the path of Southern Sporting Union, but at least they can come on level pegging in terms of points. Pretty close jersey colours, pretty close red colours. Corbett FC, they are dressed in white and red. And the Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club, they are dressed in light blue. And the two captains out in the centre for the toss. Leading Charutar Vidya Mandal is Moinuddin, their skipper. And the leading Corbett FC is Samuel Raba. Given the fact that these two teams recently have been a part of quite a few significant tournaments in different formats. And a look at the match officials for the day. Rajesh Mandotra, the referee, Churchill Rana and Joginder Singh, the two assistant referees, and Lalit Singh Rawat is the fourth official. The match commissioner is Mr. Baliri. So all these incumbents obviously will have to play a crucial role, and it's going to be me, Rohit, who will be taking you through this upcoming fixture where Corbett will be locking horns. This is the penultimate group stage fixture of Group E here at the TRC turf. And as the football season in India has officially begun for this year, expect all the contests that will be coming at you. Kind of a heartbreak earlier for the Indian national football team in the Intercontinental Cup. They were teamed by Syria despite trying to knit up a spirited display. So yes, when it goes to that, obviously all eyes will now drop down to the grassroots, I-League 3, I-League 2, I-League, and even ISL to start scouting out players who can actually come up clutch when the situation comes calling. And that's Corbett FC. Obviously, they will like to keep that momentum in their favour. They will like to keep the wheels in motion. It doesn't matter even if they go through or not, because in all likelihood they will be crashing out of this tournament, because they have been defeated by Southern Sporting Union. So even if they win this and Downtown Heroes somehow slip up in the second game, against Southern Sporting Union. That means Southern Sporting Union will also have 6 points, and Corbett FC will also have 6 points. And given the fact that head to head is what we'll calculate, it's going to be Southern Sporting Union who have defeated Corbett FC in their game. And we are underway here at the TRC turf. Attacking on your frame from the right to the left in their red and white as Corbett FC, and attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their signature sky blue, is Charutar Vidyamandal Football Club. Despite this being a dead rubber in terms of points table and in terms of advancement being considered, at the end of the day, there's everything to play for. There's pride to play for. Attacking intent here from Corbett FC, coming all the way from right, just trying to figure out if they can have that early goal that will give them a lot of confidence, that will help them to start exactly from where they left. Maybe some bit of defensive exchange out here. And now coming in all the way from the right, Corbett FC does well to cut in and wanted to release that ball forward. Danger's not over. A possible shot maybe in the taking, and there was a shot, but that flew miles above. Take a look at this opportunity once again. Nicely set up, and here comes the shot. Could have been a better one had it been on target. Could have been that opening that Corbett FC were looking for early. We're just 90 seconds in the game in Corbett FC. They are already making their presence felt. That's what you really like to see out here. You're high on confidence, you're shimmering with it, particularly when you have vanquished the table toppers before this game. That's Downtown Heroes, the hosts of this particular group. That should reflect in your game style, because it's not for a match, it's supposed to continue. That consistency, that's a long ball out here, not the best appearances. However, it eludes everyone in the process. Looks like there was a bit of deflection along the way, and that is going to be a corner here, the first corner of the morning for Charutar Vidyamandal Football Club. An opportunity for them to try and test the defensive solidity of Corbett FC. Corbett FC's defense has been under the radar for a while, and it's going to be their captain Moinuddin who will be whipping in that free kick. There comes Moinuddin, and a very well taken corner, to be honest. It was mighty close to the sticks. Could have been really dangerous. Take a look at this. Wonderfully floated in, and there you go. A bit of a late goal as well. Had the goal started slightly earlier, you never know, we could have witnessed an Olympico altogether. Phenomenal corner, to be honest. That is where Corbett FC will also need to keep their guards up high. They are the best team to know that one moment of a lapse in concentration and the cost is too heavy to bear. Here comes Corbett now through that central channel. A nice release onto the left. Trying to keep that in control there. Karan Chetri, he scored a goal. He scored the winning goal in the last game. However, this time a bit of a heavy touch of a heavy cross in the box. Nicely dealt with by CVM. Back with Corbett FC. Again from the left is through the central channel now. Gobind Singh. Gobind taking his time, plays it towards that central channel now. Hitik Walia. Hitik steers it towards the right. Now onto the right flank there. Plays a forward ball, nicely kept in play. Looking for options, looking for a bit more numerical support here. Does well to keep that in. Jamin Haukip. He's got a start today. Ideally comes on from the bench. There's another cross floated into the box there. Again, not the most glamorous clearances. The ball falling back for Corbett FC, and a decent bit of work done there by PM Rakib Riche with a nice bit of body shielding as well. And now the ball's fallen back. A bit of an exchange. And this could have been a chance. This could have been an opening. Mohamed Sarfraz was looking for it. A bit of a tussle between the players, and eventually Cleared away by CVM. Corbett Singh plays it all the way back to Shoban. Bit of a heavy touch there, and Shoban had to do that actually. He was under the pump, the striker was right over him. So if he was not clearing his lines, could have been some serious trouble. And here's Sumit Patidar. Just a few moments ago, he was out there in the frame hoping for that throw-in to be taken. But Yash Surve comes in quickly. That's a nice release onto the right. Once again, Sumit goes in with that cross, but a pretty lackluster cross to be honest. Didn't have the direction, didn't have the power, just floated out off the bounce here. Would have been a lovely chance to be honest, nicely brought down. Good bit of footwork as well. That would have been a cheap concession, but thankfully the ball stayed in control here for Corbett FC. Good to see that there is a bit of press coming in as well from CVM. And this is exactly what Corbett needs to be very, very careful about, because CVM will start pressing in no time whatsoever, and they can resort to that high press brand of football. Mohammad Sarfraz on the ball. Mohammad releases it for the player, going for the overlap from the far right. It was most likely Jamin Haukib who was stationed at that right wing and was trying to reach for that one. There you go, a lovely bit of ball control here from Jolly Nomuk, and that was the concession that we were talking about. Jolly Nomuk, a very talented youngster, has grown over the course of the games, and that is what you like to see. You would like to see your players taking center stage. Plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Shoban, he's been a decent force under the sticks. They have lost a couple of games, but the kind of saves that he's pulled off, that is absolutely brilliant. And Corbett FC goes without saying, they'll definitely bank on him a lot more. Will allow him to grow with them as well. It's a learning curve for Corbett FC. Nicely headed down. Now coming in from the right. And a bit of tussle out there. Referee says the ball's alive and it's absolutely normal, and that's a push, and that is going to be a free kick here. That's the first foul of the morning, coming around the 7th minute mark. Let's take a closer look at what really happened. He was trying to go free with the ball there, and let's take a look there. They did manage to get the ball. A nice bit of run there from Mohammedan Sheikh, and then a push coming in from Arnold Singh. Arnold was one of those players who was given the red card in the first game for Corbett FC. From there, coming back, he knows the importance of all the minutes that he gets to play. He knows the importance of his residence out there on the field. Free kick opportunity, and the captain Moinuddin goes for a lethal free kick, to be honest. And once again, a bit more turn, a bit more curl on the ball, and we could have seen a different tale altogether. Took his time there, a couple of false runs ahead of his shot, and then it flashed in front of the goal. What an opportunity that would have been. It would have been screaming, to say the least. Nice bit of work there, wonderfully dragged. Here comes the cross, and taken care of as well. But then the possession still remains at the feet of Corbett FC. Another long ranger comes floating in from Hitik Walia. Needed to keep the shot down, too much elevation on the ball. You're gonna take long ranges like that, you at least need to have a favourable angle. Kind of lost his shape, kind of over-invested in that shot. And that's a good snatch out there. And now Mohammad Sarfraz with the ball. Releases it for the player towards the left. Could have been a better work from the one stationed on that left wing, because that was a decent release. May have had a bit of sting on it, but then I think in football, in a top flight league like the 3rd division of I-League, you got to do your very best. You cannot let these balls slip away from you, because no matter the learning curve, but I think these are basics. Learning curve should be where you can actually go ahead and induce a bit of game sense, a bit of footballing acumen into your gameplay. Switches it all the way towards that left wing, towards the right wing rather. And now slowly and steadily coming in from the right is Corbett FC. They've looked in decent touch. They're also in decent touch against Abbas Union as well in the first half, but then they didn't take their opportunities and paid the price in the second. There comes another long ball, nicely headed away. All the way back, and now CBM trying to keep possession as much as they can. They are under a bit of pressure as Corbett FC, they've done well to press. They are indulging their players in a bit of high press as well, which is where CVM is not really able to play that slick brand of football, slick passing brand of football that they usually resort to. A nice bit of clearance here and a throw in favor of CVM. First time, Wasim Raza. He will have the ball at his feet, and that's not well done. The technique of chesting could have been better. You need to chest it down and not just go for a free floating opportunity. Long ranger once again. And we'll quickly take a look. Most likely it was Dolly Nomo with the shot. Yeah, it was Dolly Nomo. The goalkeeper was out of his line there, and that's exactly what Dolly wanted to do. He wanted to just chip that over the goalkeeper. But the precision, the kind of precision and accuracy that you would expect to be on the ball, it could have been better. It wasn't the case. It floated over. There's another long cross. And once again out of play, which means a throw-in here for Corbett FC. They'll take their time. They are in no rush whatsoever. 11 minutes of action, and so far pretty decent brand of football from both the sides, even though no positive opening. This can be a chance. Cross comes in from the right, nicely repelled away by CVM. That's good defending, alert defending to be honest, and that's a forward release. A bit of a test here for Shoban. Shoban does well, but the resultant ball, that could have invited trouble, but excellent defending here from Corbett FC. They know the importance of this fixture. They know that they will have to put everything on the table in order to secure a victory here. That's what they are eyeing for. That's what they are looking forward to. And they have really looked composed. They have really looked solid together. That is the intent. That is the urgency that you have to show. Once again, Corbett FC forward ball attempt. And I think that was not the right technique, because when you have the ball out at a juncture like that and you have a bit of space going forward, there's no point to release that ball unless you are extremely certain that your player is going to go for that run forward. That release is a tricky one, so you need to be on your toes at all costs. Back with Corbett. Corbett has actually saved most of the ball possession until now. Now it's Hitik Walia. Hitik to Jolie Nomo. Jolie sends it towards the right. Another long ball. Nicely chested down. A bit of space ahead of him. Looking for a bit more of shooting space, because that was a decent close down from CVM as well. Now coming in all the way from the left. A bit of twist and turn. Plays it towards the left. Jolie Nomo once again. And here comes a lovely cross opportunity. And while he was trying to get into position in order to go for a header, it most likely was their captain Samuel Raba with that heading opportunity. Take a look at the ball. In fact, it was PM Rakevice. A lovely ball in the box there, and he lost his shape as well as his back foot gave away, so he slipped in the box, which kind of took the opportunity away. But that's a good show here from Corbett FC, an early attacking show altogether. That's exactly what you want. That's what confidence does to you. That's what a change in body language does to you. You know that you have vanquished the once upon a time table toppers unless Abbas Union took over. And you have vanquished the hosts as well, which means you are capable of pulling off the strings, of pulling the strings. This is your first season, so obviously goes without saying it's a lot of learning altogether for both the teams. In fact, even for CVM as well, it's a lot of learning that needs to come into play. They have to understand that not always can they rely on counter-attacks. At times they have to knit together their own brand of football. And when the passing brand of football is coming to a screeching halt, then they'll have to come up with a different alternative, with something where they can have a bit of shooting range and a bit of a couple of prolific shooters in their echelons as well. The flag's gone up, so in that case, Mohammad Sarfraz, he was caught in the offside trap, which means a free kick altogether for Corbett FC. Apologies for CVM. knit it into the stride of one of their players, but then has fallen short. Itikwalia on the ball, Hitik steers it towards that left now. And nicely kept in by PM Rakovice. Switch towards the right. Decent short and crisp passes between Corbett FC. Itikwalia taking a bit longer this time. Dispossess. Back with CVM again. Oh, that can be trouble. He's almost given the ball away at a juncture. That should have been done better, but good defending there. Very good defending. Karan Chetri should have allowed or should have released the ball a bit too early for the player out in that central channel. Let's take a look at this. There you go, a very clueless back pass. And Karan Chetri, who was out there trying to latch onto it, would have actually spread out the player who was just converging upon that from the right. Should have been a much better chance out there. And I think this is where CVM will have to be very, very cautious. They cannot let opportunities like that arrive. It was a lovely cross. That was a free header as well. And truth be told, Dolly Nomo kind of squandered away a sit-up. When you are unmarked and you have a free header, you ought to do a lot better than that, of course. But that was certainly not the case. It's going to be a throw in here for Corbett FC. PM Rakovice he's done a decent job onto the left, plays it all the way back to Shovan De Biswas. Shovan taking his time out here. Now steers it to the left. Govind Singh. Another forward ball. Decent bit of square pass, keeps that in control. Twisting and turning around with the ball here. Haukip plays it all the way towards that right wing now. Does well. Now going forward, slowly and steadily. Here's Itikwalia. Itikwalia sends it further forward through that right channel. And they do well to send the ball forward, but again intercepted. And that's a bad place to have another slip up. A lovely chip forward. This can be trouble. Goes for a shot. A difficult angle. Danger still remains large. A back flick attempted, but that is well kept eventually by the goalkeeper Wasim Raza Khan. That was an intriguing, a fascinating spell of play and an impressive one as well for Corbett FC. Should have been taken, but I think all the players, they were kind of, what a lovely chip in the box there. I think the angle kind of went away from him. Not the best of goalkeeping maneuvers out there. You have to collect these. You cannot just parry them away with a couple of your opposition marauders lurking around in the box. That's exactly what happened out there. Wasim Raza Khan, we were talking about learning curve, and that is why we mentioned that was supposed to be a learning curve. And now coming in all the way from the left, a decent bit of going past three defenders. Lovely cross in the box, but the finish, that could have been better. And I reckon he went underneath the ball, and as a result the ball kind of took an elevation. That's a lovely bit of footwork, a crazy bit of footwork. CVM coming along the way. The result in the release that was supposed to be, that wasn't going to be, that was not going to help their cause in such an emasculated manner. Show nonetheless for CVM, a decent bit of show out there. What a chance it was for Corbett FC a few moments ago, but sadly enough, it was not a goal scoring chance. I mean, it didn't materialize. That is because, again, that goal scoring chance came because of two reasons. First is that delicate chip in the box, it was brilliant, and then the goalkeeper Wasim not really doing the honors properly enough. Now the ball forward, and he was caught offside. Flag's gone up, so which means it's going to be another free kick. Let's take a look at this move here from PM Rakovice. Crazy footwork, and once again it was Tinmang Haukip who lost his footing, to be honest, and who lost his shape as well in the process. The shot that came in, if you're losing your balance, that you can be rest assured that the shot that will come in, that's more out of desperation instead of the clinical strikes that we usually expect to see on goals. Now coming in from the right here. Yasurbe with a long ball in the box. Etequalian looks like he will go down. He's having a bit of trouble out there. He's back on his feet again. Lovely ball switched on towards the far right. And here they come from the right, crossing the box there. And just cleared away by CVM. They kind of sensed out that the danger was looming large in the box. So they had to make a call. And that was a risk-free one. Legally, they could have even tested it and played it along, but then they didn't want to take any risk. Now from the left. Trying to get the ball into the box there. Mohamed now for Corbett FC. Corbett has looked really good so far in terms of possession and in terms of creating chances as well. But you have to take your chances. And if somebody knows that the best, that is Corbett FC. They were punished for not taking their chances not once but twice. CVM so far they haven't really been at their expressive best so far. Playing a few passes amongst themselves now. And once again, take a look at that triangular formation from Corbett FC, and that's exactly what is creating the problem. The attacking trident of Corbett FC is not allowing CVM to go forward with the ball. That's a long ball from Moinuddin, nicely chested down and very well defended as well. Samuel Rabah, the captain of Corbett FC, was quick to regain his ground. Let's take a look, a lovely ball there from Moinuddin into the strike of his attacker, but Samuel Rabah, all it took him was just a iota of space, one bounce. And nicely taken care of. It's going to be a corner here, an opportunity, and the captain of Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club, he's all set. Moinuddin sends in a lovely corner and a decent bit of work out there. But however, the ball falling for Corbett FC. Now from the right they come. Can they eventually figure out the opening? Can they eventually look forward? That's a gentle ball forward, nicely released. This can be a potential scoring chance. They can conjure the numbers in the box. It's going to be a corner for sure for Corbett. Another corner, so another set piece to deal with here for CVM. They really have been under the pump time and time again. They have gone forward, yes, but not the most convincing outings, not the most convincing forays into the opposition half altogether. It's going to be Shaman and Haukip with the corner. Most likely it's going to be a right-footed outswinger. There it comes, headed, and that has been dragged wide. Corbett FC, they are firing the warning shots here. They're asking all the right questions. Take a look at this. An incredible header in the box there, and a header coming in from an incredible corner in the box, and a header coming in from Charan Gobind Singh. Eventually couldn't really find its mark. Good interception now. And now from the right again, Corbett FC. And they find out a bit of space ahead of them. Decent interception from CVM. And now Wasim coming out of his line and clearing it, sending it downtown. Possession still remains for Corbett FC. A nice ball forward. And the flag going up as well. There was an appeal of handball altogether, and the referee, the assistant referee rather, quickly appeasing to that, ensuring the fact that the rules and regulations are in place. It's a free kick now for CVM, a bit of breathing space for them. Play it all the way back to Wasim Raza Khan under the sticks there. Wasim have to be careful because once again, take a look at that trident altogether. those three players, Mohammad Sarfraz, Karan Shetri, and Jolie Nomo. These three, they have time and time again come knocking on the doors of CBM, and they continue to be up front. They continue to be in the hunt for those opportunities, for those slip-ups, so that their predators, their inner predators, can take over and they can have those goal-scoring opportunities once again. Pretty emasculated delivery, could have been better there from Gobind Singh. He really didn't need to get the ball out of play for a corner. He didn't have anyone pressuring him altogether. But then, sadly enough, he didn't really want to take any risk either. So another corner here for CVM, and I think when it goes to the number of corners, CVM has had a bit of an upper hand. That's the third corner of the morning for them, and it's going to be their captain again, Moinuddin, this time hoping to send in, hoping to rip in an in-swinger, unlike the route swingers that he has so far been knitting. There you go. And kind of a flatter corner taken, so that won't really bother the defensive guards, the defensive solidity of Corbett. And now they have got space for themselves from the right. They are also getting the numbers in. However, CVM will do incredibly well to snatch the ball back. And now CVM are on their way forward. CVM, can they actually control the narrative here? A lovely pass onto the far right, taking their time, knitted forward. And now CVM just trying to get the ball in the box, and that has been traded away for corner number 4 of the morning in favour of the Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club. And once again, another opportunity for Moinuddin to lash in one of those out swingers. And I think the last in swinger that we did witness, that was kind of wide flat and allowed Corbett FC. In fact, looks like it's going to be another in swinger. That kind of tells you that how ambidextrous Moinuddin is. There you go, a lovely opportunity, and that has been headed in. Looks like the referee has blown the whistle, so the goal will not stand. Possibly there was a bit of foul play involved. We'll have to take a closer look. Moinuddin with an incredible delivery in the box there. And the first goal was scored, but the referee blew the whistle before. So that means the goal will not stand. And CVM finally rattling the net for the first time in the morning. Unfortunate enough that it will not be considered. So a bit of an early outbreak here for CVM. It's kind of against the turn of the play. But nonetheless, in football, that is why they say that football is a great leveler. And no matter all the incredible work that you are doing, if you're unable to finish, football itself is a massive feature of life as well. That's another fine ball in the box there, but this time, good covering there from Samuel Brava, and eventually Shoban coming out of his line to collect that as well. Good chemistry between the two. And as you grow in the tournament, you will see a lot of these. You will see the defensive solidity, the compactness in the defense. That is what you really like to witness. That is what you really love to witness. And here's another chance for CBM to try and catch their opposition on a break there. It's not going to be easy nonetheless. And a bit of miscued control there. The ball goes out of play. Back to Hetekwalia once again from the throw. And then Haukim steers it towards the right. Nice ball a little further forward. Top of players extended boot there. Back with Corbett again. Corbett from the right. Corbett taking their time. Not really rushing through. Corbett FC slowly, and that's another long ball and straight into the hands of goalkeeper Wasim. He's had a busy day so far. Almost ended up giving the ball away inside that 6-yard box to the opposition, and thankfully for him, he recovered well. He ensured the fact that no damage was done from that move. Fine ball forward, taking one step at a time. keeping things under control. And nicely done. Another lovely release into that central channel. And the long ranger attempted there from CVM, but sadly that was not on target once again. Could have been better, could have been far better. I mean, yes, that long ranger was actually not an option, truth be told. And we are here, which is deemed as one of the most picturesque grounds in Indian football. Here's an opportunity for CVM. Danger still remains, but finally taken care of by Corbett FC. And yes, we are here. We are live from Srinagar. We are live from the TRC turf, that also serves as the home. This can be an opportunity from the right. Danger is alive. There comes the shot, rattles the woodwork. Another opportunity. Will it go in? It has finally gone into the back of the net. And Corbett FC has managed to rattle the deadlock. It is through Mohammad Sarfraz, who was stationed out at the far left. Time and time again, they have knocked on the doors. And they have reaped the handsome dividends of the relentless belly grins for the last half an hour. Once again, the defensive Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club, they were caught napping. And the result, try and show you how it happened. A lovely move from the right. And a cool and composed finish, a cool and composed teamwork inside the box as well that eventually set this entire thing up. The quality of the finish was top class. Now CVM from the right. Good clearance there. Sumit Patidari was trying to break free. And now from the left, this can be another opening. Mohammad Sarfraz scooting into the box there. Keeps the possession under control. He'll need support there. He's kind of isolated, and eventually support is arriving to PM Rakevice, who was kind of busy out in the defensive duties out there. Hitek Walia in that central channel. Hitek tries to steer it towards the far left, but not the best of deliveries. Intercepted by CVM. And from the right, here they come. Steered towards that utmost left wing. There's a cross in the box there. Flashes in front of the goal there. A lovely opportunity brewing large, and a fine strike as well. A fine hit. You need to have a bit more precision and a bit more accuracy when you're going for long range efforts like that. Otherwise, you will really be under the pump. It will test your solidity. It will test a lot of things all together. Short passes now, keeping the calm, keeping the composure. Nicely kept it down again. Now from the right. And the ball's gone out of play, and I think CVM, they will have the throw-in. Not the best of moods altogether for Corbett FC, but then they can savour themselves because they have got a solitary goal. But again, we all know in football, a slender lead like that is never safe. And I think Corbett FC themselves will know it. The last game, they were trailing by a solitary goal, but 2 goals back-to-back is what got them back in the game and eventually clinched the bragging rights. And now from the right, is there a crossing opportunity? But good defending once again, pruning down the angle, not allowing the free passing opportunity in the box. "11 minutes of regulation time remaining here in the first half." Lovely bit of twist and turn from Corbett. And now Corbett switching the ball consistently, which is always good to watch, because when you start using all dimensions of the field and your attacks are not single dimensional, they aren't like only in that single spectrum of the field, either from the left or from the right. Using the planks, I think Corbett FC, they have used the planks to the maximum of their effect. And when you start using the flanks, when you have a couple of good wingers, PM Rakevice using that left wing very well, and also from the right, there have been time and time again, once again from the right, Corbett FC, that's where the goal was scored from. This can still be an opening. However, they took a bit longer and they kind of delayed that pulling the trigger part by that millisecond. And we all know football at times can be the test of the finest of inches, and you have to utilize those inches. There's a chance now for Corbett FC to try and go forward, try and knock on the doors again. Slowly, Nomok to Rakovic, back to Nomok again. Another attempt to try and release the ball forward. Sir Franz was coming in from the left, and for a split second it felt like it could have been trouble in paradise here for CVM. Out of nowhere, the defender headed the ball back to Wasim Raza, and it took a second longer, which was the tantalizing opening that they were looking forward to. Not the best of passes. Took a couple of hits along the way, but nonetheless CVM have managed to recover that. Nice ball in that central channel, and here they come once again. A fine release on the left. There's ample space. Can they chip that in the box there? Not really. Couldn't latch onto it at all. And Shobande Biswas pulling off a very good save once again. Timing his run to perfection. Take a look. What a delivery. And I think he lacked speed there. The dearth of speed for the attacker from CVM denied them what could have been a glorious shy at the goal, a glorious opportunity to restore parity here in Srinagar. And yes, we were saying before, while the goal happened, we are live from the TRC turf, Srinagar. Let's take a look at that last chance. Rattled the woodwork first, and then an incredible setup, and eventually figuring out Mohammad Sarfraz on the left and teeing him off. What a cool and composed finish. Back to Corbett FC again. It's a fine ball now towards that far left. Rakovic to Govind Singh. Govind plays it along the central. Dolly Nomo, he's dropped down significantly. Ideally, he's an attacker, make no mistake, but when his team needs him, you will find them coming down, tracking back, plugging all those gaps that have been created. That's good teamwork, that's having each other's back, and that's exactly what you want in football. Having each other's back, it's a very powerful statement, and when it comes to reality, mark my words, standing together in a test like this, that is what football is all about, and it can be a very lethal defense to break down as well. That's a confirmation. Mohammad Sarfraz with the goal on the 31st minute, setting these two teams apart for the time being at least. And I think that's a deserved goal, to be honest, because Corbett FC, they have dictated the shots, that they have continued to be the dominant side of the two. Another long ball attempted. It's a long chase. Mohammad Sarfraz and Wasim had a bit of a hand to it. Exactly, the referee spotted that. And it's going to be an indirect free kick from just outside the box. Whether a yellow card will come out or not, that will have to be seen. Most likely it wasn't intentional, so he will be safe for that. But you cannot have, as a goalkeeper, you cannot have hand involved, at least at that juncture. I think the referee will let go of Wasim with a bit of warning. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it actually was unintentional. That is why the referee didn't really show out the card. But a free kick from a pretty decent juncture as well. And Mohammad Sarfraz will have a chance to tee off his teammates of what can be a crucial second goal. There comes the cross in the box, but headed away safely enough. However, danger is still not over. Possession stays alive. Samuel Rava from the left. Samuel finds Sarfraz once again. Sarfraz plays it into that central channel. Dolly Nomo. A bit of a slip up there, which will allow CVM to try and regain possession and eventually drive forward. For the time being, however, they will focus more on the ball control, and now from the left. And it will go out to play. 5 minutes of regulation time remaining, rather 4 minutes and 12 seconds to be precise. Long ball played. Now keeping that under control. That's a fine minus out there, and a cross in the box as well. Headed away to safety momentarily. And once again Corbett FC from the left. This can be that opening out here. A lovely ball, PM Rakevice from the left. Steering through. A bit of a heavy touch out there, the ball going out of play. The captain, Moinuddin, was dropped deep enough in order to keep the midfield balance out here. Good ball onto the right. Sujit Patidar, he knits it further forward. There comes the cross. However, there wasn't anyone inside the box who could have actually flipped that in. And now going all the way from the right. Another ball forward, trying to keep that under control. But they have lost possession. Here's an opening, here's an opportunity. Switch towards that far right. Once again, shorter passes. 43 minutes already. PM Rakevice, decent bit of body shielding as well. 2 minutes on the clock before we have the extra time being awarded. Almost snatched the ball midway. If they could have, there was ample space, but now possession is back in favour of CVM, coming in all the way from the right, trying to take those small steps, and the referee will be blowing his whistle. A decent position to have a free kick from. Not the best of fouls, to be honest. Let's take a look here. A fine bit of run, to be honest, from Jaminlin Haukip. And yes, you'll have to be careful. You cannot afford moves like that, because that can also lead to a bit of booking chance, which you will not want in a game like this. This has been a pretty clean game so far. This has been a game that has been at its very best. And here's a free kick. Here's another opportunity for Corbett FC to find that insurance goal before they head into the half-time. And to concede a goal at this juncture of the game can be absolutely damning here for CVM. Their captain Samuel Rava. Samuel chips that in the box. Another opportunity, but headed away to safety only for the time being. And Iqbalia with another cross in the box. Wasim comes a long way out, bounce that away. I think that should also have been taken if he was convincing enough. But then the chance still stays alive. However, this time for a throw in, and they'll come all the way from the back. Another ball in the box there. This time collected comfortably enough for Wasim Raza. By Wasim Raza. 12 seconds more to go for the regulation time of the first half. And after that, whatsoever we will have, it will be added on. Moinuddin again with a fine ball. 2 minutes of regulation time is what has been added on here. Taken much shorter passes maybe from the right here. Another opportunity brewing, is it? Fine release. Can he keep that in? Slightly overstuffed. A bit more control on that, and possibly another crossing opportunity would have opened up in front of all of us. CVM through the left here. Again, shorter passes, and now plays it all the way back to PM Rakovic. Is taking his time and eventually will knit it back into the stride of Gobind Singh. Gobind Singh switches it towards the right again. From the right flank, I think this has been one of the most active areas from which Corbett FC has really looked solid, that right wing. It's a fine release. PM Rakovic with a lovely ball in the box, and Wasim Raza, he did well to come out of his line and collect that. And that should be the end of what has been a pretty decent first half. Both the teams showing off their very best, both the teams squeezing out their cent% in the game. And at the end of it all, as things stand, it's Corbett FC 1 and Chalkar Vidyamandal Football Club 0. That's a confirmation. The solitary goal coming from Mohammad Sarfraz. We'll now dive into a short breather and return shortly with the second half. And on your way out, you can definitely have a glimpse of the highlights of what has been an enthralling first half here.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone, for the second half of what has so far been a pretty decent battle. And this time, after the customary shuffle of sides, attacking on your frame from the right to the left in their signature sky blue is CVM. Attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their signature red and white, is Corbett FC. And a bit of an early attack growing from the left for Corbett FC. Here comes the cross opportunity, nicely kept under control, and the shot goes out. Could have been a better shot. What an opening that was. A lovely start to the second half already for Corbett FC, and they have been dominant thoroughly throughout this game. Good one-touch passes being played right now through the central channel, and that's a nice bit of snatch here. Corbett FC, there may be a bit of space, but again taking a bit longer. When you have the ball, you got to capitalize on that quicker than it was done on that last occasion, and eventually in the process they lost their shape. You have to be very, very particular about the kind of timing, about the kind of seconds that you're taking. And now CVM, they have lots of space ahead. This can be that shooting chance. There comes the shot, and a bit of a test there for Shobhandev Biswas, and it blows out of the path. That was a decent move. There was a decent build-up altogether, and the trouble that we were talking about, that trouble could have been overwhelming if that shot would have been on target. Shobhandev Biswas would have been under the pump, but nonetheless it missed its mark. But again, that is the kind of intent that we will have, or that we need from CVM here if they are to restore parity, because Corbett FC, they are a very fine attacking unit, it goes without saying, but their defense, it still needs a lot of work, it still needs a lot of polish, to be honest. Again, a pass like that is why I say. And the second half has always been testing waters for Corbett FC. Somehow or the other, the first 10 to 15 minutes, that's another long ball in the box, but straight into the hands of Shobhandev Biswas. That's going to be easy pickings for him. He doesn't really gets bothered by chances like that. And here they come from the left again, and comfortably taken care of by CVM. No real challenge. A nice pass towards its central channel. Another square ball. And here is an opening for them from the left. And just to give you all a quick heads up, 3 substitutions have been made by CVM. We'll quickly confirm the ones who have come in. Faizan Khan Baloch has made his way to the centre and Ranjan Singh has been taken off. Sumit Patidar has gone out as well, and Tirth Patel has come in from the right. And a free kick now awarded. And the last change is Mohammad Sameer has made his way to the team in place of Dainik Patil. So 3 substitutions altogether, which means a major shift in tactics. That's another fine ball in the box. Nicely kept in. This can be trouble. And here comes the shot, and Shobhan Dev Biswas. He's tall and towering, and he pulls off a very crucial save that was needed. I think he actually had the opportunity to go for the shot himself there from the left. It was Mohammad Sameer, the substitute, who came in, but nonetheless an early corner, 5 minutes in the second half, and we have the first corner in place. Here's an opening for CVM. Floated in the mix. And that will go out of play as well. Throw in. Taking their time slowly and steadily. Netted towards that far right. And steers it further forward, and that will go out of play. Which means another throw-in, quickly taken by Corbett. Into the box as well. Trying to steer through. Another forward ball released, and a long chase here for Jamin Haukip. And Jamin keep it in play. Looks like not really. It's going to be a corner, is it? No, the assistant referee says that it's going to be going out of play, which means a goal kick. And now coming in all the way from the right. Fine release. Slowly and steadily. And now through that central channel, does well to get past his marker, takes the shot, gets repelled away. Danger still not over. The substitutions have really brought about a paradigm shift in the body language of CVM. Another Ranger, and that's in the back of the net as well. That's the equalizer that we were talking about. A phenomenal finish. And the captain of CVM, Moinuddin, he's gone down with a bit of a hit. But nonetheless, that will not introduce any dirt in their celebrations. They know they have found that all-important equalizer. And this is where the challenge for Corbett begins. We mentioned this before, that the first 10 to 15 minutes are very nervy for Corbett in the second half. And a lovely bit of setup from the right from Faizan Khan Baloch. Kind of ping-ponged in the half of Corbett FC in one sniff at goal that was pegged into the back of the net. A fine finish at the far post. And a thumping statement as well by Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club. 53 minutes on, and we are all fair and square here at the TRC turf. CVM once again from the left, and this time slightly overpowered and a bit of a lackluster, a bit of a clueless pass out there. The idea was to try and find one of their own. 53, 54 minutes now, still a long way to go. Slow and steady passes. Now on to the right, and ever since the second half has started, CVM, they have looked a lot more dangerous. And that's a decent bit of snatch there from Corbett FC. Corbett FC really needs to keep their calm. I mean, it's understandable that they are under the pump here. From the right, decent work, keeps the ball in play. A fine ball in the box there, not the best of clearances. And with all the time in the world, instead of going forward, a very long shot comes in. Once again, let's take a look at this entire move from how the goal emanated. It was a fine strike, and just from range, almost sniping. And now CVM once again from the left. Keeps that in control. Now a much more central attacking unit that they have in place. Back towards the defender. Steers it further forward. Another long ball in the box, but that will go out of play. So easy pickings, 55 minutes in plus, and this is exactly what has been the story for Corbett FC. They have been so dominant throughout the first half, and every single time they have come into a second half, the early 10 to 15 minutes, they have been all nervy, and that is exactly what the oppositions have allowed to capitalize. That is where they have taken the momentum away from Corbett FC. And when you play the bigger games, when you start growing in Indian football, I think you have to be very, very particular about your vulnerabilities. And now from the right, can be another shooting chance here. Nicely kept in, and eventually a very emasculated effort straight into the hands of Shobhandev Biswas. And the flag has gone up. It was a fine run there from Raman Haukip, but sadly enough, he was way beyond that final line of defense. Now the ball on towards that far right wing, just trying to keep it in play. And looks like there was a bit of a push involved, and the referee blowing the whistle. And I think right now it's very important for Corbett FC to realize that they are not trailing in this game, so they do not need to do anything extraordinary. Yes, they'll have to find another goal that can separate these two sides, because CVM, they are going to be a lot more dangerous. They are going to attack on all guns blazing. They're going to attack on all cylinders. And if this is where Corbett's defense starts shaking, starts panicking around, there will be more gaps opening out in the defense. And that's exactly what Charutar Vidyamandar Football Club will want. That's nicely brought down. Corbett FC, that's a fine 1-2 exchange played towards the left, but good defending as well from CVM. Bit of twist and turn, and now they've given the ball away, and CVM can have an opening from the right again, that right wing. What a delivery into the box here, opportunity, and CVM will exploit that. A brilliant finish from the substitute Mohammad Sameer. He's come on at the stroke of half time, and look at the impact he's already had. He was the one who created that opening goal, and now he scored the goal himself. Corbett FC, they were so good in the first half, And they are completely being outplayed in the second. Cheap concessions, cheap giveaways, poor control in the midfield. And once again, another opportunity and another goal. That's how good the predatory instincts of CVM are. That wasn't exactly the replay, that was a replay from a few moments ago. But now from here on, Corbett FC will have a mountain to climb. And truth be told, well, that's another change which is coming up for Corbett FC. Looks like Jolie Nomuk will be taken off and he will be replaced by Johnny Mwanpuya. Jolie Nomuk has had a bit of a mixed day in office. And once again, a look at that finish. What a lovely delivery into the box, and Mohammad Samir, cool and calm, composed under the pump. In one-on-one, in 1v1 situations, it's very, very important that you need to maintain your composure. And that's a free kick going in favor of Corbett FC. Free kick taken quickly, and not the best of free kicks either. Corbett FC from the right. Hitik Walia. Hitik plays it towards that far right. Jamin Haukip. Jamin knits it further forward. Back to Jamin again. Jamin now taking small steps, trying to penetrate the box then. Plays it back. Here's another long ranger. A bit of a trouble. Header. And will it go in? Not really. That was the best possible opportunity that you will get to try and peg the ball into the back of the net. Wasim Raza making a howler out there. And what a chance for Jamin Haukip. The entire far post keeping at him. He just needed a bit more precision that he could conjure on that ball. It would have been all fair and square once again here at the TRC turf. Sadly enough, that was not the case. Gilded chance goes begging, and they may later rue and lament for that. And Corbett FC, now with that opportunity getting created, they will once again start to believe that yes, it's not all over. They can find the equalizer, and they can find it shortly enough. Yeah, that's not the best of releases, but looks like there was a bit of handball involved right in front of the referee's nose, and he has blown the whistle immediately, giving a free kick here in favor of Corbett FC. They release the ball towards that left. Another cross attempted, and another opportunity, but this time Wasim Raza, he was cool under the pump here and comfortably collects that without breaking a sweat, and coming all the way from the right. Fine release forward as well, trying to keep that in play. A decent exchange, but then this final touch getting a bit too heavy. And here's Corbett from the left wing. That's a fine switch, nicely kept in by the captain Samuel Rava. Samuel Rava almost ended up conceding possession once again. Hitik Walia. Hitik plays it back to Arnold Singh. Arnold has maintained the defense well enough. Now from the right, Jamin Haukip once again. Nice bit of twist and turn from Mintang Haukip. Hitik Walia. Hitik plays it into the central channel here for Johnny. Can Johnny control that? Johnny lets one fly, and that will sail out of the park. Could have been better, could have been far better, but I think that intensity and urgency now starting to show in the style, in the playing style of Corbett FC, and that's what they really want. Chances like that are very, very important, because every single time you at least come close, every single time you knock on the doors, that is when things open up, that is when you get your opportunities. And now all the way from the right once again, can they again open up a bit of shooting space there? This time won't be successful enough. And now from the right, Corbett FC, Jamin Haukip does well to keep the ball in play. Referee says yes, it was inside. Jamin takes that outside dodge and now plays it towards that central channel. Opportunity still. Danger's not over. It keeps on looming large time and time again. Here's another cross in the box there. Heading chance goes begging. Now finds on towards that left here. CVM trying to keep the ball in control, which is not going to be the case because Corbett FC will snatch the ball away, and now they release the ball further forward. Corbett FC, they will do well. Jamin Haukip keeps the ball in play, plays it to its captain, and here's another cross in the box there. Can they keep that in play? They have it under control, yes. A possible dangerous chance maybe brewing on the horizon from the left now. And a bit of a clip there, loses the shape, loses the possession as well, which means from the right will have a chance to try and break free, but that is not the case. And once again, all the way back to their goalkeeper, Shobhandev Biswas. Corbett playing those short passes amongst themselves. Now knits it towards that left. Another lovely ball. Timed his run to perfection. This can be trouble. Goes for a shot, and Wasim Raza, he was beaten. But excellent bit of defending just ahead off the goal line, denying Corbett FC a shy at goal. Take a look at this move again. Phenomenal run from the left. And a picture perfect release, and the goalkeeper there, he did take the sting of the ball. There's another cross in the box there and rattles the top of the net. That's what you really like to witness. Take a look at the goal again. Such a brilliant finish from Mohammad Samir, and it was their captain Moinuddin with the assist. The delivery, I mean, that was so classy. That was sheer brilliance and nothing else. Keeps that under control. Cleared away for the time being. Samuel Rawa gets the ball. Sends it towards Jamin Haukip on the right. Jamin, with a bit of a nifty footwork, still keeps the ball under control, and a very feeble effort from range there will find the goalkeeper. So not a threat that they were to be concerned about. Easy pickings. All the way from the left again. Can CVM find another goal here? Then it is going to be game over. I mean, once you have the insurance goal in a situation like this, there's barely anything that the opposition can actually do. Good control shown by CVM, taking their time, just keeping things as they should be. Not trying to do anything extraordinary here, just sticking to the basics, and that's what you really want. Get the basics right, because once you have the basics right, then the entire ball game changes. From the left once again, looking for that opening here, a bit of a push, and Corbett FC will eventually do well to take the ball away, and the referee blowing the whistle, awarding a free kick, a bit of a push from the back. And I think CVM, they'll be happy, they'll be delighted with how they have fared. Mohammad Samir the goal scorer. And another substitution here lined up for Corbett FC. Krish Adhikari makes his way to the centre, where Mohammad Sarfraz goes out. And he has a chance. Jamin Hauke nets a ball into the box there. Danger's not over. Jamin goes for the shot himself. But then it was on his wrong foot. So trying to create the angle, it was never going to be easy for him. And the ball eventually flies out of contention. And I think this is where Corbett FC can also be very, very dangerous. CVM cannot really take this easy, cannot take their opposition for granted. This Corbett FC, at least the kind of display that they have knitted in the first half, and once again that second half early jitters proving to be their unraveling so far. And that's a quick confirmation of that opening goal scorer as well, which we were kind of looking around for a long time. It was Leshram Alone Singh, the man who opened the scoring, the man who restored parity for Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club. 20 minutes of action remaining in this fixture. 20 minutes of regulation time, and then whatsoever will be added on. And the ball going out of play as well. It's going to be a throw in for CVM. That's another lovely ball out there, and again danger flashing for CVM. Opportunity! Shot comes in but well blocked. The chance stays alive through a throw in, and out of nowhere Corbett FC. In fact, it was a move from Corbett FC, and CVM kind of living on a cliffhanger right now. Samuel Rama with the throw in the box there. Another throw in for them. Anil Singh steers it towards the far left. A bit of a defensive lapse, and somehow it allows Corbett to regain possession. Takes the shot, blocked. And now towards the left. Once again Corbett releases it. Will we go for that? Will they go for the cross? There comes the cross. An opportunity was out there. And somehow or the other, he kind of overran into this move, but nonetheless, I reckon that's a corner. He wanted to just flick the ball back in to the stride of the striker who was right in the mouth of the goal. Another opportunity for Corbett FC. And now they have grown in stature and confidence. And a change coming up. That's the fourth change. Nelson Leshram will be coming in place of Yash Shurve. A like-for-like substitution, just to ensure that they are bolstering their defensive excellence. It's a very slender lead that they possess, so they will need all hands on deck. Here's the corner, and a free header goes out. If you're not going to take chances like that, which ones are you going to take, to be honest? It was almost arranged on a silver platter, and the player at the far post, all he had to do was just head it home, was just thump it home. And sadly enough, that was not the case. A free header going miles above the woodwork. Almost shot for the skies, to be honest. Throw in here for CVM. And as things stand, CVM right now, they definitely have have the upper hand with that solitary goal cushion. And more importantly, they have looked a lot more dangerous as well in recent times. They have really kept things tight, and time again, they have knocked on the doors of their opposition. Another long ball. The idea was to try and find the player who was more in that central role. And here's an opportunity for Corbett to try and break. Can they get past the reach? A lovely bit of work, nicely set up. Here comes another long ranger. That could have been a close call had it been on target. Well, it's some decent, eventful box-to-box action that we are witnessing here at Srinagar. Both the teams, they mean business. Both the teams want goals, and none of them actually wants to get into that defensive husk of theirs, wants to get into that mode of retreat. That's a confirmation of Yash Shurve going out and Leshram coming in. Itekwalia losing the ball. And CVM will have the time and space that's needed. Keeps that in play. A decent bit of work. Steering it towards the far right. Last 15 minutes of regulation time here at Srinagar. And in the battle of the pride, looks like CVM will have the last laugh. So far, if things continue to be like this, but then 15 minutes is a lot of time for more than 2 goals to be scored. So you never know how the scales can turn, it can just flip. And again, from the left, Corbett FC. Corbett FC now penetrating into the box there. Here comes a lovely ball, and that should have been headed home. I mean, even if it wouldn't have been headed, if it could have been knitted into the stride of the player, it could have been knitted into the stride of Jamin Haukip, it would still have been the equalizer. What a delivery there. And I think Johnny, he should have understood the assignment. He had an option out at the far right, who had a much clear shy at goal. That's a lovely snatch again. Here comes Corbett FC from the right. They do not want to give up. That will go out of play as well. That is the goal altogether. Look at the finish, the composure in front of the goal. That was extraordinary. I mean, that's what you thrive for. That's the kind of brilliance. That's the kind of precision. Since then, we have already seen a couple of ventures into the CVM half from Corbett FC, and all of them actually are quite categorical enough. There's another long chase, and again a defensive lapse there. These are the kind of errors that you will have to stop at all costs altogether. Because if an attacker is coming from behind you and still reaching the ball, something is going wrong, and that's something which you really need to take care of. You're not attentive enough. Here's another long ball, but straight into the hands of Shoban Debaswas. Free kick in favor of CVM. And it's their captain once again, Moinuddin. Then CVM find that all-important insurance goal. Moinuddin sets it up on the ground, but then not the best of collections there. It's going to be a throw-in in favor of CVM. I think they realized that it was kind of overcrowded. And a bit of a push. And the referee once again blowing the whistle, laying down the law. In fact, it's going to be a corner here. Another opportunity for Charutar Vidyamandal Football Club. There comes the corner, and it was intended for the player at the far post. And it will go out of play. A goal kick here in favor of Corbett FC. The kind of pressure that Corbett FC has created. And truth be told, they have actually come mighty close. They have found chances. The only problem is they have failed to finish. It's not that they have been altogether relying on luck. Somehow or the other, luck actually hasn't gone in their favor. A bit more composure out in that finishing third, a bit more accuracy to finish things, and you never know, you will find that all-important equalizer that you are looking forward to. A bit of a scrappy exchange out here in the center. And this can be a chance here again for CVM. But straight into the hands of Shovan Biswas. A bit of a heavy touch there. And now once again, the last 10 to 15 minutes, it has been a very oscillating encounter. If 5 minutes are being controlled by Corbett, the next 5 have been controlled by CVM. And once again, now the needle is tilting towards CVM. They are coming forward. They are looking for that crucial insurance strike. And that's a ball knitted together towards the right. Jamin Haukev does well to keep that in. Creating space. Shooting chance. What a save from Wasim Raza. That was another gilt-edged opportunity. And a brilliant shot as well. But Wasim Raza, he has been an absolute rock under the sticks in the second half. Another cross, another opportunity. Once again finding Wasim Raza. How many more chances will Corbett FC need in order to get that equalizer? This has been sensational goalkeeping. And what a delivery forward. This can be a foul and a card offence as well. We'll have to see the colour, however. Looks like the red card is actually out. And that's exactly what can spell the doom here. Who is it going to be? It possibly is Gobind Singh, who has been given the marching orders, and that is for obstructing a clear goal scoring opportunity. There you go, what a delivery, picture perfect. And yes, make no mistake, I think he had to take that chance. He had to take one for his team, and as a result, the red card has been shown. We'll quickly confirm who the card was for. I'll just hold on. Still awaiting the confirmation of the marching orders. Whether that was a red or yellow, that will be quickly confirmed. Yeah, looks like that is a red card. And yes, actually it's their captain, not Gobind Singh. So the confirmation has come. It is their captain Samuel Rabha. who has been given the marching orders, and that is for a challenge on the advancing plan. And that's the second time in 4 games that Corbett FC has actually been given a red card. In the first game, they were given a couple of red cards, and then the last game of the group stage, they will be giving another. Now, this one is understandable because ideally 6 minutes remaining on the clock, you need to make a decision. There's another opening, here's another chance for CVM to go and put the game to bed. They have their captain in place as well. They have got the likes of Ratanjeet Singh, who's going to be the one. And looks like a bit of dissent out here from the coach of CVM. I think he should be the one. Should be happy with how things have proceeded right now. Is there going to be another card? Referee is reaching out for his pocket. Not a welcome sign. But nonetheless, let's see, can CVM utilize this opportunity? Can they eventually get the ball into the back of the net? A fine chance just outside the box. Ideally, the shooters fancy their opportunities. And again, a bit of argument going on. Arnold Singh, he was given red card in the first match. He needs to be careful here. What's done is done. There's no coming back from there. The referee won't change his mind. You have to maintain your composure, and you cannot afford to lose that, because if another red card is shown here, that is really a lot more troublesome. In what has so far been a pretty decent, a pretty brave fight, you still have an outside chance with 10 men. Here they come with the free kick. Not the best of free kick. That kind of ballooned over the woodwork. Could have been better, could have been miles better from the captain Moinuddin in Corbett FC. Now they know that they haven't got anything to lose. They have been eliminated from this competition. So what matters to them is that they go all guns blazing. They keep on fighting with their possible resources that they are in their arsenal, and they try and salvage a point. It's as simple as that. They try and salvage a point from this fixture. Can they find that equalizer? Do they have what it takes to commit more numbers to the cause? CVM comfortable enough right now. They have the numerical superiority, they have the goal superiority as well. So obviously they are the favourites, and now once again they have snatched the ball away. That's another release forward, but this time slightly overpowered and a bit too far away for the player who was covering all the yards. As well to keep that in, and that's gone out of play. Now through the central channel. Switched it towards the right. Can another cross come in here? They're taking their time, not really rushing through. That's kind of an overpowered cross. Not the best of clearances either. Wasim Raza, he's had contrasting assignments so far under the stake. Another long ranger. Again, a very feeble attempt. That won't really be bothering Wasim Raza. At least the kind of save that he pulled a few moments ago from that long ranger. That was poetry in motion, to be honest. 88 minutes now. 2 minutes of regulation time to go, and we will be done here. After obviously whatsoever will be added on as a regulation time. Here's a chance for them trying to open that up. Can they find that from the left? Does well to control. Cross comes into the box. Danger once again looming large. It's still not over, however. deposited into the safe hands. Fine ball on to the left, but sadly enough, that was not going to be an opening that Corbett FC would be looking forward to. We are in the final minute of this fixture. One more minute before we call it a day. And obviously, whatsoever will be added on. And looks like there is a bit of an injury problem out here for Faizan Khan Baloch. And once again, a look at that incident that got Samuel Raba the marching orders. I mean, obviously, he had to pull the trigger out there. There was no other options remaining for him because at the end of the day, it's kind of very tricky. It's kind of very challenging as well. Particularly when you can see that your opposition have a free shy on goal. "90 minutes have elapsed, and now whatsoever is going to be added, that is what will determine the fate of this fixture. Do Corbett FC get that equalizer? That's the question. They have the firepower, but with one man down, it's kind of tricky. It's also jeopardizing your defense. What will they go for? CVM, they will be delighted with how things have proceeded. They know exactly what has happened out here. And here's another chance from the right. Another ball in the box there. And Shobhandev Biswas is palming that away to safety. Danger's not over though. Now through the central channel. Here's another attempt to try and curl that into that far post. But then that has slid away. Small passes now being played for Corbett FC. Hitik Walia. Hitik taking his time, but loses possession out there. And that will eventually slip out of intention altogether. Now from the left. Can they crack open the window to restoring parity? Another long ball in the box. Tussle for the ball. And eventually CVM. 5 minutes is what has been added on. And this is another opening out here. Shobhandev Biswas. He does well to eventually get that out of play at the expense of a throw-in. Another lovely opening, another lovely chance. And somehow not taken. Glorious, to be honest. It could have been a lot better. Could have been. Opening that they are looking forward to. That's another fine delivery, and that has been taken care of. Here's another opening from the left. There comes the delivery, and somehow or the other he overran it. This could have been over once and for all. This could have been the third goal for CVM, and just a bit off, just a centimeter possibly overrunning themselves. Another chance goes begging. What an opening! And Tirth now plays it back. Another chance here, but Shobhandev Biswas does well. And the referee is absolutely cool with that. No real challenges, and this can be the space that they are looking forward to. Last minute of the game so far. 60 seconds is what separates CVM from a phenomenal win. They were trailing at halftime. They came back strongly in the second half, restored parity, and then eventually went on to find the winner as well. Could have also had their third goal just a few moments ago. And now Govind Singh managing the captain's armband, and the change in the last minute, stealing away a few crucial seconds. It's going to be Ashraf Hussain coming in place of Leshra Malone Singh, the man who found the equalizer for CVM. Best of passes forward, easy pickings there for the defense. In fact, they could have done better. They didn't really have to rush through. They had no pressure altogether. So they could have even let the ball drop and then cleared it. Nicely worked. And once again, Hitik Walia on the ball. Hitik sends it towards that far post. Taken care of. Ball falls back for Corbett FC. A bit of tussle. It continues. Referee has played advantage. Can they get into the back? Can they get in for that cross? There comes the cross and nicely blocked away. And eventually the danger lines will be cleared. And that is how we draw the curtains on what has been a spirited campaign for both the sides, with lots of learnings to take back home. Charutar Vidya Mandal Football Club will walk away with the bragging rights of this game, coming back from behind and clinching a 2-1 victory over Corbett FC. And Corbett FC, I think you've got a feel for them. They have tried with every possible thing in their arsenal, but sadly enough, it wasn't enough to get them across the line. But again, as I pointed out before, lots of learning, lots of heart for both the teams to take forward. And that's a confirmation of the final scoreline. Corbett FC 1, CVMFC 2. Sarfraz opened the scoring for Corbett, but then Alon Singh and Mohammad Samir, are the ones who struck in quick succession to put Corbett FC on the winning list. And that's all from today's game. Well, another game is locked and loaded to happen from 3 p.m., so do not miss that one out. But that is going to be me, Rohit, signing off. On your way out, do not forget to catch the highlights of what has been a thrilling encounter here at the TRC Turf. Thank you, everyone.